He did not invent a new technology. He did not discover oil. He did not build his wealth overnight. Yet today, his name is tied to Africa's largest industrial empire. From cement to sugar, flour to oil refining, one man reshaped African manufacturing and became the richest man on the continent. This is the true story, not the myth, of how Aliko Dangote rose from humble beginnings to Africa's richest man. Aliko Dangote was born on April 10, 1957, in Kano State, northern Nigeria. He was not born into poverty, but he was not handed an empire either. Dangote came from a business-oriented family. His grandfather, Alhassan Dantada, was one of the wealthiest merchants in West Africa during the early 20th century, trading commodities like kola nuts and ground nuts. However, by the time Dangote was growing up, the fortune had been divided among many family members. There was no inheritance waiting to make him rich. As a child, Dangote showed signs of business curiosity early. Once bought cartons of sweets and sold them to classmates at a profit. A small act, but one that revealed his instinct for trade. He later attended Al-Azhar University in Cairo, Egypt, where he studied business and administration. What he gained there was not just education, but exposure to international trade, supply chains, and discipline. In 1977, at just 20 years old, Aliko Dangote returned to Nigeria with a loan from his uncle, not a gift. The amount was small by business standards, but significant enough to start trading. He began as a commodity trader, importing and selling goods such as sugar rice cement. At the time, Nigeria relied heavily on imports. Dangote made money by understanding distribution, pricing, and timing. He was known for selling in large volumes, operating on low profit margins, reinvesting almost everything he earned. There was no luxury lifestyle in the early years, just constant reinvestment. For years, Dangote made money importing products. But he noticed something important. Importing made him rich. Manufacturing would make him powerful. Nigeria spent billions importing goods it could produce locally. Dangote made a risky decision. He would stop being just a trader and start building factories. This move was not easy. Manufacturing in Nigeria meant poor infrastructure power shortages, heavy capital investment, long-term risk. Many businessmen avoided it. Dangote embraced it. He invested heavily in cement production, founding what would become Dangote Cement. At first, progress was slow, but over time, his factories began producing locally, reducing dependence on imports. This single shift, from trading to manufacturing, changed everything. Dangote didn't stop at cement. He expanded into sugar refining, flour milling salt production. Each business followed the same strategy: produce, locally control distribution scale. Aggressively, Dangote Cement grew beyond Nigeria into multiple African countries, including Ethiopia, Senegal, Tanzania, and South Africa. By doing this, Dangote didn't just build wealth, he built industrial capacity across Africa. At its peak, Dangote Cement became the largest cement producer on the continent. Dangote's rise was not without controversy. Critics accused him of benefiting from government policies. Having close ties with political leaders, Dangote has consistently stated that his success came from long-term investment, risk-taking, and manufacturing where others wouldn't. What is undeniable is this: he invested where others imported. He built factories when others avoided them. He stayed focused on scale, not shortcuts. One of Dangote's boldest projects is the Dangote Oil Refinery, located in Lagos. It is one of the largest single-train refineries in the world, designed to reduce Nigeria's dependence on imported fuel. The project took years, billions of dollars, and faced multiple delays. But its goal is simple: to process crude oil locally and keep value inside Africa. This project alone defines Dangote's philosophy: industrial self-reliance. Aliko Dangote did not become Africa's richest man through luck. He followed a clear pattern. Start small, reinvest aggressively. Move from trade to production. Think long-term build infrastructure, not hype. Today, his wealth fluctuates with markets, but his impact is permanent. Dangote didn't just build companies. He helped change how Africa thinks about industrialization, manufacturing, and self-sufficiency. From a young trader in Kano to Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote's story is not about overnight success. It is about patience, risk, and building what others are afraid to start. This has been Visioreach Vault. If you want more true stories of power, wealth, and history, subscribe and unlock the vault.